Hello, Razametrez here. Today I've decided to run some of the weekly HVTs in PTS now that we're getting close to finalized on what the classified gear sets will look like. So in my opinion, the best solo PvE gear set is going to switch from the 3-piece final measure with 2 defense for its protection from elites over to a 5-piece final measure, probably with savage gloves or something that gives extra protection like a holster or a chest with protection and cover. But the 6-piece classified final measure is kind of cool, so I'm going to try it with 6 today. That's more of a team thing though. When you eat a grenade, which final measure lets you do, depending on the type of grenade you eat, your team gets a bunch of extra power. So if you eat an EMP, your whole team gets 20% skill power. If you eat a frag, your whole team gets increased damage. If you eat a flashbang, your whole team gets increased armor. Not great as a solo skill, but kind of a cool random for the team skills. Really, most of the 6 pieces are pretty random. Striker, 5-piece, or sorry, the 6-piece adds self-heal. Lone Star, the 5-piece, gives you more LMG and shotgun damage, and the 6-piece is a weird random chance type that I don't really like. Deadeye, you get more crit damage on your 5, but on your 6th one, every time you get a headshot kill, you get a damage and a stability boost. Reclaimer is going to be a pretty awesome 6-piece set for group play, especially on missions where you're fighting from the same area, because the 5-piece is going to give you even more range and duration on your support stations, and much faster heal, and revive time will be half as long. Sentry is probably going to be the best for group play for damage dealing. I think it's pretty good for solo too, but what the 5-piece adds is, of course, more headshot and more accuracy. Basically back to the old style Sentry. And the 6-piece lets you go up to 6 marks. Anything above 3 marks spills over. So there's a random chance of other enemies also being marked for extra headshot damage. Or just for extra damage, sorry. If you actually manage to get 6 marks on a target, your own headshot damage to that target is increased by 100%. So using something like a sausage shotgun, or any of the fast-firing marksman rifles, will let you just melt bosses pretty much if you can get them up to that 6th mark. Everybody's talking about Strikers being the best new one, and you know, it might be pretty good if you can hit your target. The problem with that is most players are on console. Keeping your gun on target for 40 shots without missing anything just doesn't really happen. So I don't think that's as strong as people make it out to be. Now on PC where I play, it's probably pretty strong, especially if you have a very stable, accurate gun. But that certainly doesn't apply to everybody, so don't listen to everyone that's saying Strikers is going to be the best. For solo PvE, I think this one is the best, and the reason I like it is the 5-piece effectively gives you the 2-piece defense bonus, which is an extra 15% protection from elites. So now, with just 5 pieces, we've got what we got out of 6 pieces before. And then, you don't really need that last one, but, you know, it's nice to have. Maybe replace it with Savage. Alright, now that I'm done babbling, let's go run some HVTs.
Nothing new for you right now.
Fallon is a fairly easy one.
Intel says this
you
one's
can
a real fighter,
hold
but
way more
my money's
target
on
intel
you,
now
okay?
too. And you can recalibrate 2 of the attributes on each gear piece when they're classified. Might apply to all of them, not sure.
Approaching marked location. Warning. Hostiles detected nearby.
That tank gonna have a little trouble. There's one. That should kill him. Yep. This guy. We're just gonna shoot to death.
Hostiles incoming.
Ooh.
Warning. Incoming hostiles detected.
Oh man, hit me in the face. We got some global effect on. I believe it's close range causes more damage. I don't really want to demonstrate that though. I'm more looking at the gear set, so I try not to do too much close range killing. There it is. See, vulnerable because he's too close to me, so my gun does a little more damage to him. Be a good day to play with the defense set in an SMG. Let's see, I have extra. Let's do the extra armor one.
Hostiles incoming.
There's a 6-piece there. It comes down here, don't they? Oh, yes. There's tanks. That tank, and just shoot him in the face.
Hostiles incoming.
And
Alert.
here comes
Heavily
the
armored
boss.
hostile detected.
This is one of the 37s, so it's quite a bit easier than the 45s, but you can see how much more powerful this set has gotten. That should kill him. And we're done. You can see how much more powerful this set has gotten. Basically every attribute's been bumped by 10%, which you'd think, well, that makes you 10% stronger, but remember, there are 5 attributes on some gears, so in some cases they're multiplicative, and that pretty much means 10% times 10% times 10%. You're looking at 50% stronger on some gear pieces overall. I'm going to quickly run back and grab the harder one. Oh, we got a game crash. Well, that happens in PTS, unfortunately. Huh. See if we can recover from it. Ah, son of a bitch. Well...
Hey, Agent. I need you to check in with the new guy, Kakich, over at...
So we crashed on the first attempt. I'm gonna try and do it again. I'm gonna grab ammunition though. This is one of the rooftops. I would say it's actually the easier rooftop.
Approaching marked location.
Alright, back at it.
JDF just don't get it. War's over.
Warning. Hostiles detected nearby.
Covering fire! Outside!
They all move in a giant wave. Got predatory on my gun, so it regenerates health over time. Every time I kill somebody or knock down a turret.
Additional hostiles incoming.
Get this guy down fast because they're coming up behind me. The next group has 2 shotguns in it, I believe. Let's clear it up. Oh, gotta go. Just leaving that. Ah, no, it's just my engineers. Cool. Now we're both in. I'm on the wrong side. Look at all those turrets. Just throw a grenade. I'm running pretty high risk, letting my health get down that far. Let's let predatory finish up.
You're on the wrong side! I have to fix my turret!
Shotgunner. Shoot another one though. Okay. That should take out the last turret. I better pop a med pack. Just want to get in behind so they're all coming at us from the same direction.
Where to go? Holy shit! In front of me.
Come on, stick your head up.
Hostiles incoming.
Let's go get that
Heavily armored hostile
medic
detected.
real fast here. Alright.
I can't move! Can't get away! Bird is out!
200 hits, exactly the same place.
Can't move!
These guys are synchronized. Lead on me. He's done because he got too close, and that has a lot of boost, that global event. I'm doing 80,000 there. If I get into range of the global event, watch how much damage it does. 200. Triples it. It's pretty ridiculous. Perfect for a defense set. Fortunately, there is no classified defense set, so wouldn't be much point in showing you that. Alright guys, I'm gonna cut out that crash. And thanks a lot for watching. Hopefully we'll see you next Thursday when we run HVTs. We're getting close to 1.7 actually being released. I don't think they've given a date yet, but probably in the next 2 weeks anyways. Alright, bye-bye.